Everybody, welcome to Snagging Grass and Catching Bass. We got a fun show lined up for tonight. Let's get this show rolling.
I'm Frank, and you're watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass.
Let's go, Frank. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. It's not a results show for the first time in a long time, so excited to do a show that's not a results show. It was a short week, so I thought we'd have some fun and do a trivia night. We used to do that on the old show back in the day. Thought I'd give it a shot, see how it goes. But hang out because we got PB shoutouts, got a lot of weekly news coming up. And we're going to discuss picking our final. It's here, guys. The final round of Spotty Bowl is here. So we're going to discuss picking our bays. But first up, let's give some shout outs here. Leonard, what's up? Snag. Bay Creeper, man. Leonard, it has been way too long, dude. TB Metal Art. Todd, are the belts done yet? I know I talked to you a while back about having you on the show to do the big reveal. Let me know if they're done yet. Champs in the house, Spotty at best. What's up, Alex? Snag, did I win? Maybe, not yet, but I'm going to give away some cool prizes tonight. I'll show you those in a minute. Hookup baits in the house. What's up, Chad? What's up, guys? Hopefully you're watching the shop, working, making some great baits. Hookup baits in the house. Taylor be drifting, says Snag. What's up, Taylor? Going to be in PB shout-out tonight. Jared, what's up, Jared? You out there pre-fishing up in LA? Oh, Jared, double dipper. So Jared's going to be fishing both San Diego, and him and Cash will both be fishing San Diego and LA this weekend. You guys that are in both Spotty Bowl in LA and San Diego, it's stacked. So you got to do double duty this weekend. Judge says, who? What's up, Judge? Judge, are you ready for this weekend? It's going to be gnarly. Going to have to judge 2 events and finalize the side pots. Crazy. Down in SD, Roy. How you doing, Roy? Glad you're in here. Brian Rosen, thanks for coming on last week. Check out Brian last week. On the show, did an excellent job. Thanks for coming on. Anybody else wants to come on? Let me know. Bob Brewer, glad to have you in here. Have you been back to Lake Barrett yet? I've been seeing some videos from Chris the Beef Shaman and Cash. You guys have never been to Lake Barrett. Oh my gosh. Even if you're not a very good largemouth fisherman, Lake Barrett will make you look good. Go down there, get online, get your tickets, and try that lake out this year. It's incredible. You don't know how to fish it, go to the Beef Shaman's YouTube and check it out. He's been there a few times. Give you some pointers. Daniel Wood, what's up? HD Baits in the house. Leonard, let's go. Yeah, for sure. David's in here. What's up, David? You are going to be on PB shoutouts tonight. Also, negative. Todd, you got, what, a month left, I guess? So, Todd, when you get those belts done, let me know. Down in SRA says, Brian, are you going to set up an account so we can support you? Roy, that'd be awesome. I appreciate you asking that. Once I hit 500 subscribers, you can do stuff like that. But no, I'm not in this for the money. I just like to hang out with my fishing buddies and put a place for you guys to get together and hang out. So no, I don't plan on doing that, but I don't know. Never say never. Judge, no, I'm on vacation. I don't have time to do it. Okay. And last up, we got Sammy Prim. What's up? Sammy Prum. Why I catch myself saying Prim all the time. Prum. Sammy, what's up? I'm just call you Sammy for now on. And Ken the Fishing Fool, what's up, dude? Glad to have you in here. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into some weekly news. I'm gonna try to keep this show for an hour for you guys. You the man. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's go with this. Let's try this tonight. Some weekly news, guys. If you have tournaments or anything coming up or anything you'd like me to present on weekly news, even if you just have, like I said, a trash cleanup or you got a bicycling event, I don't care. Anything that you think that these guys might be interested in joining in, we got a good community here. Let me know. I'll put it on weekly news. Last round of Spotty Bowls here, guys. I know it's kind of crazy. It's been a long season. We started in January. We're here basically in June. So don't forget to declare your day. Don't forget to declare your bay. You guys in LAOC have 4 choices to make, and you guys in San Diego can pick Mission or San Diego. If you guys want to give it up in chat, give it up in chat. What are you guys fishing? Did you guys pre-fish this weekend? I went up there into LA and I pre-fished Marina Del Rey only because this year Marina Del Rey was the only place I got first place in. And I think I'm going to treat that as like a pre-fish for the playoffs. I don't expect to win or get some kind of crazy bag out of there, but I just want to get more comfortable with that bay just for the playoffs. If I make the playoffs, I guess I should say. So I think I could change it because Newport is calling me. I know most of you guys are probably thinking Newport. We're also good at Newport because we fished that so many times, and we're also good at Alamitos because we fished that so many times. But then Huntington Harbor last week, Davey Brown, man, pulled out a 76-inch bag, and we also had an 80-inch bag. So Huntington, I don't know. Are you guys going to hit Huntington? Seems like that one might be hot right now. Nighttime guys, at least. Bob Brewer says he's going to SD Bay. For San Diego, most likely I'll hit Mission Bay. I feel most comfortable there. San Diego Bay, and my big boat, actually, the axle went out on it. So it's being repaired right now. And I don't know if I can take that little boat in San Diego Bay. I'm kind of nervous about it. Never had it there. So probably going to do Mission Bay for me for San Diego. But it's going to be brutal for me and brutal for you guys that fish both. I know Chad, Jared, Cash, and I both fish LA and San Diego. Plus I fish shore. So I'm going to be fishing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's going to be a long weekend, guys. Newport was a dud pass. Are you just saying that, Sammy? I can't believe Newport would have been a dud. Are you just trying to keep people out of there? I've never, well, let me take that back. I don't think I've ever fished Newport and been a dud like I had. I've had a dud day at Alamitos, and I've had a dud day at Huntington. But Newport, man, I don't know what you consider a dud. So here's some information about this weekend. If you guys are still on the fence, I don't know if this is going to affect what bay you choose, but tides are looking pretty decent. You could see most of the days we start, if you look at the AM, the 7 a.m., the 7:59, and 8:55. So it looks like if you're going to be a morning person, when you start, it's going to be a low tide, especially Friday. Low tides at 7 a.m. So expect, think of your deep spots or your low tide spots for Friday morning, Saturday morning, and Sunday morning. And then we're kicking about a 4-foot tide swing. The tide looks pretty even every day. I think the biggest tide is on Friday. No, actually pretty darn close. Biggest tide is actually on Sunday. So if you're fishing the morning from 7 till 2 o'clock, you're going to get an incoming tide filling up the bay. So low tide to high tide, about a 4-footer. Same thing on Saturday, 8 a.m., you're going to start slack tide. And then all the way till 3 p.m., you're going to get about almost a 4.5-foot tide swing. If you're fishing the evenings, you're going to hit an incoming, and then you're going to hit at 3 p.m. No, you don't start till 5. At 7:30 p.m., you'll start, the tide will start going out. So check your tides if you do that kind of thing. If not, just pick your day. Just know that when you start in the morning, it's going to be low tide. And if you start, most of you guys aren't doing the afternoon, I'm assuming. If you start at night, it's going to be, you're going to get both tides. Chad says, I am only doing SD. I bombed up north this year. No need to fish. Oh, you're not going to fish for fun? Maybe you can get, redeem yourself and get a first place. Plus, you get to go up to Newport, man. Hang out at Newport. What's wrong with that? I'd go up there, even if I wasn't. I don't know. Go up there, Chad. Get a first place. Award ceremony, guys, is coming up. July 12th. Mark that on your calendar. That's the day they're going to give out all the belts. Hopefully, Todd will be on before then so we can reveal these things on the show. But July 12th at the Fastlane Kayak Center. Went up there this weekend and took some pictures. If you didn't go last year, this is where we have it, the Fastlane Kayak Center, right on the side of the building. If you look, there's Dana right next to it, where they have the sandwiches and stuff. Right on this, in between those two buildings is where we have the Spotty Bowl Awards. So July 12th, I know it's a long drive for you guys from LA, but I think it's worth it. We usually start that around 2 o'clock or 2:30 because sometimes people are still fishing that day till 1. And I would plan on that thing going at least 3 or 4 hours. It's a long event, fun event, give away a lot of awards. So hopefully I'll see a lot of you guys there. And we'll be crowning all theirs 2 years ago. There's our Spotty Bowl champions. So hopefully we'll be giving out all those Spotty Bowl belts. It's gonna be exciting. Before I get to this, if you guys didn't know about the playoffs, so if you made the top 7, you'll be going to except for the short division LA, you'll be going to a playoffs. When we give the results next week, that's when we'll know the standings with your mulligan. Next week, guys, is going to be a long show. I'm warning you in advance. It's going to be a results show for both LA and San Diego, plus showing the playoff brackets. So I'm thinking about, guys, what do you think about doing side? I think I'm going to do results one day and then side pots. I might do another day. I don't know. Are you guys up for like a 2.5 hour show? Because I think that's what it's going to take to do all the results for both and everything. Should we just do one show or just break it up? I don't know. Spotty Bowl champions awarded at that. Okay, we've got a fundraiser coming up. Chad's in chat right now. San Diego Anglers and Hookup Baits are putting on a fundraiser tournament. I showed you that USA Anglers tournament a month or so ago, right, Chad? And the guys that are qualified to go to Florida are having a fundraiser tournament to help them get up to LA. It's July 13th, which is the day after the awards, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tidelands Park. If you want to register, I got the information right there on the screen, but basically go to sd@tournaments@gmail.com. Chad, can you just pay the day of the event, I'm assuming? Does that work that way? $20 will include the species tournament, lunch, first, second, third place trophies. And this is helping these guys go to Florida August 9th. See if there's anything else I forgot about that tournament. It's open to all kayaks and motorized and mount-powered kayaks, paddle boards, and float tubes. So that's pretty cool. And it's a species tournament. It's not a spotties tournament. So you're going for as many species. Each species has a point value, and you're going for as many species as you can get out there. It's going to be a fun tournament. You can pay the day of, Chad says. Just need a head count for the food. So yeah, give them a heads up if you're paying the day of. It'd be nice if you guys could register for that. But definitely, let's give these California guys that chance to go up there and compete at Florida. So this sounds like a fun day and also a fun fundraiser. The CCA Star Tournament kicked off this weekend. I'm gonna go full screen here. I went and picked up this. I got this in San Diego. They have them at Dana. Just go up to the counter. They may ask to see your app or your registration or something like that, but this is what you're going to use to enter this. You can see it is numbered. Place your line. It's got some of our sponsors. And then if you go to 18 inches, guess what? That's how long those fish need to be to qualify to be towards the raffle. 18-inch. And then it's got a few other species on here. California halibut, 28-inch. And there's more than it's just on here, but this gives you kind of an idea. Man, I caught a white sea bass this weekend. I thought for sure. But then I realized that you had to be 36. I wasn't even close. So that started out this weekend, guys. If you haven't got your measuring device, and let me show you where you can get those. Oh, and I went down to Fastlane, and they have the boat that you can actually win sitting right out front. Hey, she's a beaut, guys. So if I win that thing, man, I told you, me and Dave are gonna turn that into a jungle boat cruise replica from Disneyland, and we're gonna do comedy tours on that thing. But that thing is nice. It's a Parker boat. You want to go check it out? They got it in front of Fastlane right now. They're giving away weekly prizes in this tournament. Here's some of the grand prizes right here. Went over these last week, but mainly the boat. You got fishing trips. You got an inflatable, grills, tons of cool prizes for $40 to enter this. If you want to enter, you still haven't. Of course, you have time to enter all the way up till, I guess, August 31st. But you can scan that QR code on your TV screen, and that'll take you right to able to get it. 18-inch spotty always makes me chuckle. Yeah, me too, Alex. That's, I don't know. Maybe they'll lower it a little. At least I think 16 would be good, because 16 is a pretty rare spotty. Like 18, that's like, we've had 2 of them caught this year in Spotty Bowl. So I think 16 would probably be, if I had any say in it, I'd say 16. Here's some eligible fish: sand bass, calico, spotted bay bass, lingcod, striped bass, chinook, California halibut, yellowtail, white sea bass, and tunas. If you haven't got your bump board, this is where you can pick them up. San Diego, I'm not too familiar with the LA locations, but they're all on the webpage. But you can pause your TV, check this out. But I got mine at Dana, and they had a ton of them there. So if you haven't picked one up, get it there. They have entered a separate category for shorts division, and it's sand bass. Anything under 17 inches. There's 7 specific prizes for this category for the shorts. So, guys, I've already seen. Once you sign up, you download the Fish Chaos app, and you can actually see what everybody submits. And I've already seen guys like Sammy and I think maybe is it Cash and Frank. Some of those guys are already loading up some tickets on there, or some, I guess, chances at the raffle on there. But yeah, you can get every 17-inch and under sand bass. I think there's a limit. Is there a limit of 2 per day? I'm not sure. Check the rules online. Giving away some scholarships too, $5,000, $15,000 in scholarships if you're interested in that. Talk to Dave or somebody at CCA about that. And if you want to go to the live raffle, which I plan on going, if you guys want to head up there with me, I can get 6 people in my truck. That way we can tow back all our prizes. But the live raffle is going to be, what's that say? September 13th. Sorry, September 13th at the Bass Pro Shop up there in Irvine. That's going to be a fun day. So once we get a little closer to that, we'll talk about that a little more. I got some news here. I don't know if you guys remember this, but the Oceanside Pier rebuild update. I don't know if you guys remember this, but it's been a year since the fire devastated the Oceanside Pier in April last year, destroying Ruby's Diner and the Brine Box. So I don't know if you guys remember this, but it's actually been a year. I remember seeing this on the news. Crazy. Oh, back to that. Says, yes, 2 shorts per day. And Captain Dan says, good luck to anybody that's in the Star Tournament. Are you in it, Dan? Thanks, Dan, for coming in here, too. Awesome Supercross season, by the way, Dan. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Enjoyed the race this weekend up at Paula. Jet is back, and that guy is fast. Looking forward to seeing Jet and Tomac in the outdoor motocross season. It's going to be a fun season if you're into motocross and Supercross. Captain Dan helps out with that show. So looking forward to a year of motocross. Sorry, where was I? So yeah, a year ago, the fire was caused by aging electrical wiring under the wooden deck. Remains a vivid memory to locals while the charred debris has been removed. So they've already started on this thing. There it is right there. They say it was an electrical fire, so I'm just going to assume that's what it was. But that was like I actually never ate at that restaurant, but I've been on that pier just to check it out. But it's a fishing pier, and I think they have the bait shop on there and also that restaurant down there. The rebuilding process began despite lengthy time of reconstruction. Many ocean residents are patiently optimistic. One resident noted that the pier, they don't mind it taking long as it's done correctly. Yeah, I guess that's right. Let's turn that into something pretty killer, I imagine. The Oceanside process and planning approvals. Hopefully, so we skim through this. The city is currently finalizing the rebuild design and secure the necessary permits. Construction is going to begin in 2026, and they say it's going to be done early 2027. Estimated $17 million worth of repairs to the pilings, the decking, the railing will be covered mainly through insurance and grants. The restaurant tenants are responsible for rebuilding their structure. The city anticipates it being done in 2027. And you guys, this is still open. So if you fish there, it's actually 90% of it's still open to fishing. I think it's from this gate forward is still open, but a lot of it is still open. You can see there is the demolished portion of it. Man, I don't know. Pretty interesting though. Watching stuff like this get rebuilt, $17 million. Let's see what $17 million buys us, plus the cost of the restaurant. So I'm always excited. I'm not excited that it burnt down, but I'm always excited to see what they're going to do with it. You know, what kind of restaurant are they going to do out there? I'm assuming it's going to be a little more modern, a little nicer than the other one, but excited to see that. Todd says he is painting the spotty belts this weekend. Then affix and resin, lots of belts. Yeah, sure is. All right, guys. So if you guys looked at the thumbnail, you saw tonight is going to be, why am I so blurry? Come on, camera. Here we go. Tonight is going to be let me see if I fix this. Tonight is going to be a trivia night. So it's a live trivia night. And some of the rules are, let's get to this real quick here. Some of the rules are what I see on my screen is going to count. So I'm going to show you something I can do real quick. I'm going to put on the screen. I can actually put the comments on the right-hand side of the screen, and you guys will be able to see. But whatever comes up on my screen, whoever answers the question first is going to get that point. The top 3 people that answer the question correctly will get a point each. And these are all multiple choice questions, A, B, C, D. But just so you guys don't have like A or B loaded up, ready to hit enter, just guessing, you have to put in the letter and also the first word of the answer, just the first letter and first word. So we'll practice this in a second here. But most points will win. And this is what you're going to win tonight, guys. So I'm giving away a submission fishing code jig. So the winner will win this. This is for first place. You're going to win yourself a Fish Labs spinnerbait. Also with their cool Fish Labs, what are these called? Mimic tails. So you're going to win this. And you're also going to win a Snagging Grass Catching Bass sticker. And that goes to first place. And then on the back of the sticker, I wrote a number. And the person that gets that place will get the other prize, which will be a sticker, a Reaper slow pitch jig, and also a Fish Lab spinning bait with tails. So those are the prizes we're giving away tonight, guys. If you win, just message me directly on Discord or Instagram, and I'll mail those things out to you right there. Where do we get the stickers, Roy? I left a bunch of them down at Fastlane Kayak Center. So if you want, or just message me, I'll mail one to you. But if you want one in your Fastlane, just ask them for a sticker. They keep them behind the counter. Captain Dan says, on motocross, now we have a rare Wednesday night off to Hangtown in the morning. Sweet. Real Wednesday night motocross. That's pretty cool. All right, guys. So let's give this a practice right now. Hold on a second.
Hey there, this is Jeff with One Cool Tuna. You're watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass.
And guys, hang out because afterwards we're also going to do PB shoutouts. Trivia night, I don't know. I thought it'd be fun. We've had a lot of result shows. See if I can give out some prizes here. If anybody wants to ever donate anything they want to give out for trivia nights, let me know. I'm probably every couple months I'll have one just to have a fun night. It was a short week, so I thought this would be a good show to do on a short week for a Memorial weekend. All right, so the rules of the game, I just explained them. Top 3 people will get 1 point. And I will be reading the chat, and the first answers that come in correctly, which need to be the letter and the first word of your answer, they will get the point. I wrote down on one of the stickers a place, that person that gets that place. Judge, will you help me keep score on this, by the way? I know you're in there. And if there is a tie, I have a tiebreaker question at the end. If you watch the old show, it's going to run very similar to that. Good thing, salty and military grade internet. Oh, here we go. The fast internet guys are going. Are you guys ready? Let's do a test here really quick. Let me think of a quick question. Type in the number 32 right now, and let's do a quick test to make sure you guys are all live. 32. And you'll see on the screen who comes up first. What's up, everybody? Chet's in the house. Okay, so here we go. We're seeing some fast internet. You guys can see it on the screen. I'm going to click on who came in first. Of course, the champ on my screen shows Spotty at best, number 1, Jared, number 2, and Sammy were number 3. And then we had Roy, VC 59, Leonard. So everybody's typing in their 32s. Yeah, I got you all here. So if you're not live, looks like everybody's live. So if you're not live, at the bottom or at the top of your screen, pull that little red line over and take yourself to line. Matt, are you live right now? You better check that. All right, I'm going to give you guys 1 second to check it, and then we're going to go to our first question. Now, remember with the question, not only do you have to, they're all multiple choice. We're going to do some spotty questions, and then in the end, we're going to do movie questions, but they're all multiple choice. Remember, the letter and the first word. You don't have to type in the whole answer, just the letter and the first word. All right, are we ready? That's loud. First question is, what is the preferred habitat of the spotted bay bass? A, deep ocean trench, B, shallow harbor, bays, and estuaries, or C, open ocean waters, or D, fast flowing rivers. So we got a couple easy ones here for you guys to begin with. Oh, we got our first answers in here. Now remember, you have to do the first word. I see a lot of B's in there. Bob Brewer, if you would have put in the first word. So looks like O-side coffee coming in with 1 point right here. You got the word and it. Spotty at best. You just typed in B, so you got to do the word. And then Matthew also 1 point each. And then next up is down in SD Roy. Let's go, Roy. All right, guys, congratulations. There's your first point. So don't forget to type that first word. All right, lots of people in here tonight. We got 76 people in here, guys. I appreciate you guys watching the non-result show, trying to have a little fun here, give away some stuff. But if you guys could hit the like button, I would appreciate that too. All right, next question. You guys ready? Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I guess I should give the answer. The answer is B, shallow harbors, bays, and estuaries. Yeah, all of our spotties live in shallow waters. Very rarely. I've never caught a spotted bay bass outside of a bay. I've heard of it, but I have personally never caught them outside of the bay. All right, next question. Are we ready? Spotted bay bass are known to be highly migratory fish traveling long distance. A. B. Largely non-migratory with limited movement. C. Only found in freshwater environments. Or D. A deep sea species. Get your answers in here, guys. Okay, we got it. Here we go. First up, we got David. Let's go, David. David scoring 1 point. VC 59. What's your first name, VC 59? I don't know that. You got 1 point. And then, coming in with 2 points here. Oceanside Coffee. Let's go. 2 points there. Let's go. And I may change up some of these questions and then they get a little more difficult for 2 points. Spotty at best, man. You're right there. Down in SD Roy. Hook up baits, Jared. All right. All right. Next question. So everybody's tied with 1. Matthew, Roy, David, VC 59, and Oceanside Coffee with 2. Is it Oceanside Coffee? Make sure I'm getting that right. All right. And of course, the answer was B, largely non-migratory with limited movement. So these fish will move throughout the bay. Especially, I think, in San Diego Bay, because that bay is so huge. Sometimes they're in the front, sometimes they're in the back, sometimes they're in the middle. If you guys do a lot of spotted bay bass fishing, the guys that really win these tournaments and can figure out where they're at, what times of the year. That's a big bonus if you have enough time on the water to figure all that out. But yeah, they do not go very far. Sometimes the front, sometimes the back. Sometimes shallow, sometimes they try to grass, sometimes they're in the docks. I think mainly in the spawning seasons, they're more in those dock areas. All right, next question. You guys ready? What type of bottom do spotted bay bass typically prefer? A, rocky bottoms. B, sandy bottoms only. C, mud and sand bottoms with eelgrass and rock relief. Or D, coral reefs. And the correct answer is mud and sand bottoms with eelgrass and rock relief. Yes, that is where you primarily find a spotty because that's usually where the food is. I think they go into the docks though, and they do also hide in there. But that is where they primarily are at: mud and sand bottoms with eelgrass and rock relief. All right, let's see how we did here. So the correct answer was C. And here we go, Alex Norton, spotty at best, coming in with number 1 on that. So you got a point, Alex. VC 59 coming in next with so that's 2 points for you. And Daniel Wood, Team HD Baits, coming in with his first points. All right, so we've got 2 people with 2 points, Oceanside Coffee and VC 59. And then we got Matt, Roy, David, Alex, and Daniel all with 1 point. A rock, Chad says. All right, you guys ready for the next question here? I think we have 13 questions, so we got a little ways to go, guys. So don't give up. And I think when we get to movie, I might take those to 2 points per question. These are pretty easy ones. All right, ready? Here comes the next question. Where are spotted bay bass commonly found? Only in Northern California, throughout the Pacific Ocean, in bays and estuaries of Southern California and Baja Coast, primarily in the Atlantic Ocean. These are pretty softball questions, man. I should have made them a little tougher for you guys. And the answer is, here's a map of where you can find spotties. In bays and estuaries, Southern California and the Baja Coast. So there's a map right there that shows you those are all the areas that spotted bay bass. And I didn't know they were located so far down in Mexico and also in the Gulf. That is crazy. I would love to explore one day, do like one of those endless summer trips, kind of like what you did, Chad, where you just drive down the coast and try to beat that world record. You know it's probably down there. I'd love to try that. All right, let's see how the points did on here. So the answer was C, in the bays. Wow, okay, here we go. VC59 coming in with another 3 points total. Let's go. Spotty at best coming in. Also getting himself at second place. And down in SD, Roy. Another point for you, Roy. Man, they got the fast internet guys here. That are the fast fingers. So we've got Oceanside Coffee 2, Matthew 1, Roy 2, David 1, VC59 3, Alex 2, and Daniel Wood 1. Taylor B. Drifting, what's up? Chad says they were everywhere down there. Gosh, that'd be a cool trip, Chad, to put together a big trip and go down there and just do spotty fishing, like for a week, drive around. How was it? Was it safe traveling around through there? Do you think if we put a caravan together, it'd be a safe trip for all of us to go down there? Fast internet, slow reader. That's right. I'm reading it for you. All right, you guys ready for the next question? It's like everybody got that right. It's going to be interesting when we get to movie trivia, though. All right, here we go. Next question. What are the key characteristics of spotted bay bass as predators? They are filter feeders, they are herbivores, they are ambush predators, or they are scavengers. And this is spotted bay bass as a predator. What are they? Yes. The answers are pouring in right here. And the correct answer is they are ambush predators, just like all bass. They lay in a wait for something to go by, but they are also scavengers. So I think they do scavenge, especially for the razor clams. When you catch a spotted bay bass and they shake their head and spit all that stuff up, it's usually razor clams. You do get fish in there, crustaceans like that, but they are an ambush predator. They'll wait for something to crawl out of a hole like a crab, or they'll wait for the current to kick up. And they're just sitting there watching when the current's going by, whatever it pushes in, that's what they're looking for. So they are an ambush predator like all bass. Now let's see how we did here. C was the correct answer. Oh my gosh. VC59, who is this? I need to know your name. First name at least. Coming in. Let's go. Got himself another point. Spotty at best coming in again. Let's go, Alex. Another point for you. 3 points for Alex. And Daniel Wood coming in with another. So that makes it 2. So, all right, here we go. Oceanside Coffee, 2 points. What happened, Oceanside? Did you say you had a bail? Matthew with 1 point. Roy with 2. David with 1. VC59 with 4. Alex with 3. And Daniel Wood with 2. Hang on, guys, because I know I'm going to make the movie questions worth 2 points. So you guys can catch up pretty easily. All right, you guys ready for the next question? What kind of structure do spotted bay bass prefer for cover? Open sandy areas, A. B, areas with strong currents. C, rock structures, docks, grass beds, seawalls. Or D, deep ocean water. I made these too easy for you guys. And the answer, of course, is... Wow, you guys are quick. You guys are quick. The answer is C, rock structure, docks, grass beds, and seawalls. So let's see how you guys did. Wow, again, let's go. VC59 coming in with another point. Better watch out. How'd your movie trivia? Alex Norton coming in also 4 points for Alex, and Daniel Wood coming in right after him. Oh, SD Roy, you're so quick. Daniel Wood coming in with 3 points. So the current standings are Oceanside Coffee 2, Matthew 1, Roy 2, David 1, VC 59 5, Alex Norton 4, and Daniel Wood 3. And remember, guys, whoever gets the number I wrote down on that back of that sticker, I'm giving away to first place. And then I wrote down a number earlier tonight. Whatever place that is, that person will also win it. So you can win it just randomly. Just get a correct answer in here. When in doubt, Charlie out. I don't know what that means, Cal. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. We have left the spotted Bay Bass portion of movie trivia, and we're moving on to the important stuff. Let's go with movie trivia. You guys know that I used to do movie reviews on the old show about 80s and 90s movies. So guess what? We're going to do some 80s and 90s movie trivia. Jared, Cash, I know you guys are going to know these. You guys are into 80s, 90s movies. All right, you ready for the first one? Worth 2 points now. These are worth 2 points. Movies trivia. First question. In Castaway, what is the name of the volleyball that Chuck Nolan befriends while stranded on an island? I know you guys have seen Castaway, and I know every time you've seen a volleyball, you yell this name out. This is worth 2 points. This movie's awesome, by the way. If you haven't seen Castaway, it's a classic, dude. It's kind of slow paced, but Tom Hanks at his best, man. I think it's one of his best movies. But the correct answer is Wilson. A answer is Wilson. Yes, there's at a point where the character on Castaway, Tom Hanks, starts losing his mind, and his best friend on the island is a volleyball. Judge, have you ever seen this? Name Wilson that he named. And I'm not gonna give any spoiler alerts, but it's sad what happens. I didn't cry, but I was upset what happens to Wilson at the end. I wonder if that thing ever floated up to shore and we found it. All right, here we go. First place coming in, man. He knows his trivia also when it comes to movies. Let's go. PC 59. So that's 2 points for you. Here we go. Welcome to the party, pal. Cal coming in. Oh, wait, Cal. You got to put the letter and the names. Oh, I'm so sorry, Cal. You almost did it, Cal. So I don't know if you didn't tune in, but you have to have, as you can see here, the letter and the first word. So Spotty at best coming in second with another 2 points for you, Alex. And here we go. Captain Dan coming on the board. So Captain Dan, 2 points. All right, the standings are Oside Coffee, 2 points. Matthew, 1 point. Roy, 2 points. David, 1 point. VC 59, 7 points. Alex Norton, 6 points. And Daniel Wood, 3 points. You guys like that movie? I thought that was an excellent movie. Yeah, the chat log is probably different. It's whatever comes. It's the only way I can judge it is what comes across my screen. You probably showing you as like number one, but it's what comes across me. It's the only way I can do this. I was thinking about, guys, if you guys are interested in this, I might just do a non-show trivia night like this, but a lot of spotted bay bass and other stuff. And I'm thinking about setting up like a thing called Cahoots where it's done a little differently. If you guys, I don't know, maybe we'll see. Next question. Are we ready? Question 8. What is the name of the famous Australian comedian who starred in Crocodile Dundee? A, Paul Hogan. B, Billy Connolly. C, Robin Williams. Or D, Steve Irwin. Name of the famous Australian comedian who starred in Crocodile Dundee. Another classic movie. I'm so happy that you guys actually know all this. And that is, the answer is, Judge, have you seen Crocodile Dundee? If Judge, all I want to know is if you've seen this movie or not. The answer is Paul Hogan, of course. Crocodile Dundee, man, that must have came out in the early 80s. Classic movie. I think of Crocodile Dundee 1, 2, maybe even part 3. But I've watched that several times. If you guys haven't seen Crocodile Dundee, I'm giving that 4 stars out of 5. It's a good one. Yeah, rest in peace. Did he die, Bob Brewer? Paul Hogan is... Oh, that sucks. And the answer is A, Paul Hogan. And let's see, your Here we go again, man. You are good at trivia. VC59 coming with another 2 points. Next up is, let's go down in SD. Roy coming in with 2 more points. And there we go. Let's go. Taylor be drifting. Coming in with 2 points now, too. Spotty Best, man. You have not seen that? Guessing Billy. Most everybody has got that. Paul. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Yeah, I don't know my movies. All right. So the current standings are O-Side Coffee with 2, Matthew 1, Roy with 4, David 1, VC59 with 9, Alex with 6, Daniel Wood 3, Captain Dan 2, and Taylor with 2. Your mom's helping. Perfect. All right, next question. You guys ready? We got 73 people. I lost 6 people. We got 73 people in here. So type in if you know these answers. I may give a big point question at the end here. You ready? Here we go. In Back to the Future, what speed does the DeLorean need to reach in order to travel through time? 78 miles an hour, 88 miles per hour, 98 miles per hour, or 101 miles per hour? When this baby hits blank speed, you're going to see some serious stuff. Oh, man. AC me. And the correct answer is everybody's seen Back to the Future. Judge, let me know. Have you seen Back to the Future? I have a feeling Judge has not seen any of these movies, and he's already just turned off. The correct answer is, of course, 88 miles per hour when when Doc Brown set it up to send Marty back in time. This baby's going to 88 miles an hour. That's such a good movie. One of my favorite, probably top 10 movies of all time. And let's see how we did. AC, man, you had it, but you got to put in the first word. If you would have put in B88, like VC59 here, you'd have it. So it's got to be the letter plus the first word. And VC, man, you have dominated this, dude. 2 more points for you. Spotty at best doesn't know Back to the Future, but he gave it a try. Taylor be drifting. Let's go. 2 more points for you. And down in SD, Roy coming up with 2 more points for him. All right, so O-Side Coffee, 2 points. Matthew, 1 point. Roy, 6 points. David, 1 point. VC59 coming in with, 5, 9, 11 points. Alex Norton with 6 points. Daniel Wood with 3 points. And Captain Dan with 2. And Taylor with 4 now. I saw that car in LA. Yeah, I have seen that car in person too. It's pretty killer. All right, next question. I think we have 3 questions left, guys. Next question. What is the name of Boba Fett's ship? Here we go. Star Wars time. A, Millennium Falcon. B, Slave 1. C, Star Destroyer. Or D, X-Wing. Boba Fett's ship from Star Wars. It was. I know you guys are waiting for this. Oh my gosh. If you guys haven't seen, if you guys have Disney Plus, if you don't know who Boba Fett is, he's a bounty hunter that was in the original Star Wars trilogy, and they have actually made a Boba Fett series. It's old now, I think 2 seasons on Disney Plus, and it is a killer. Watch it. It's on Disney Plus, a killer series. I really enjoy it. Hopefully they'll come out with a season 3 of that. And the answer is B, Slave 1. There's a ship right there, and that is, I think, Boba Fett taking Han Solo from Jabba's palace in Carbonite, or taking it from Sky City in Carbonite to Jabba the Hutt's palace. And let's see how we did here. B, Slave 1 is the correct answer. And geez, VC59, man, you are on it, dude. You are the new salty dangler, dude. Let's have some good internet. There we go. Cal coming in. Let's go, Cal. Cal coming in. Where I got you, Cal? Cal with 4 points. And then Spotty at best. Millennium Falcon, dude. Man, you don't know your Star Wars? And down in SD Roy, of course. Down in SD Roy with another 2 points. All right, so the standings are O-Side Coffee 2, Matthew 1, Roy with 8, David with 1, VC59, man, 11, 12, 13, it looks like. Alex Norton with 6, Daniel Wood 3, Captain Dan 2, Taylor 2, and Cal 4. Here we go. No, I haven't seen Star Wars. I can't even read that, Judge. That's crazy. Bring back the Spotted Babe ask questions. Bane's appearance is my favorite. Cad Baines. I'm embarrassed that I don't know that. Looks like an iron. LOL. Yeah. Slave 1 does look pretty funny. All right, next question. Here we go. I think there's only 2 left. Get ready here. Here we go. What is the name of Harry Potter's owl? Hedwig, A. B. Crookshanks, C. Scabbers, or D. Trevor? Harry Potter's owl. Judge, have you seen the Harry Potter movies? And here come the answers pouring in. Oh, of course, Alex knows that one. Haven't seen them either. Chad, what are you guys doing, man? I guess he's too busy making baits. If you haven't seen Star Wars or Back to the Future or Harry Potter, you guys are missing out on some awesome movies. I'll let you guys, man, they are pouring it. Everybody knows this. Captain Dan, right on. You know the answer. All right, here we go. So let's see here. First place, man, that we cannot, VC 59. I'm going to handicap you some way. He's got a huge lead. Let's see. 2 more for you. And coming in second, we got down in SD Roy with 2 more for you, Roy. And oh, look at who steps up. Spotty at best with 2 points for you, Alex. LTZ, you were so close. But remember, if you're going to do an answer, make sure you put the answer and the first word. Sammy says Hedwig. I'm just curious on who's seen all these. Taylor, of course, you know that one. Captain Dan, Judge, first 5. And Bob Brewer knows it. All right. Ready for the next question? Question number 12. I think this might be the final. I'm going to make this, let's see, how big of a lead does he have? I'm going to make this a 5-point question. So this is for 5 points. I don't know if that'll even catch VC 59. But if you guys haven't got any points yet, remember, you're going to have a mystery play. So this question is worth 5 points. I don't even remember the question, but we'll see what you guys do. For 5 points, here we go. Oh, the Hedwig was the answer. Sorry, guys. Hedwig. And the question is, in Star Wars, what species is Jar Jar Binks? A, Wookiee, B, Gungan, C, Ewok, or D, Droid? Taylor B. Drifton, you've never seen Harry Potter. Wow. This is going to be interesting. So this is not difficult for people that know Star Wars, but I think it's, I don't know, it's a little more difficult than the other questions. And I'll let you guys pour in for a minute. Alex Norton. B, fungal. What is that, Captain? And the answer is B, Gungan. Jar Jar Binks was a character when this movie first came out that people were, I guess you'd say, disappointed in. It's kind of a, I don't know, comedy relief character. But people weren't happy about Jar Jar Binks. It doesn't bother me. I think he's fine. It's kind of a weird character, but Jar Jar Binks is a Gungan. And let's see how we did on this. Of course, VC 59, 5 points. Sorry, guys, I can't handicap him enough. So 5 points for you. Bob Brewer, let's go. That's 5 points for you, Bob Brewer. Let's see, where are you at? Is that your first time up, Bob? Yeah, I don't see you in here. So Bob coming in with 5 off the bat on the bonus question. And then good guess, Alex, with Ewok, but no. And then Cave Dog next up with 5 points. Let's go, Cal. All right, so here's our standings right now. Oside Coffee 2, Matthew 1, Roy coming in with 10, David 1, VC 59. He's blowing you guys away. It's like 18, no, more than that, 5, 10, 15, 19 points. Alex Norton coming in with 8, Daniel Wood 3, Captain Dan 2, Taylor 4, Cal 9, and Bob 5. All right, next question, also 5 points. Fat thumbs and a little keyboard, Captain Dan. All right. Here we go. Next question. This may be the final question. I can't remember. What is the name of the fictional town where Groundhog Day takes place? Punxsutawney, A, Bedford Falls, B, C, Hill Valley, or D, Mayberry? What is the name of the fictional town where Groundhog Day takes place? And hang out, guys. I know this is a fishing show. We're going to do PB shoutouts after this, but I wanted to give away some cool prizes. If you guys want to donate any prizes for another trivia night, maybe in 6 months from now, if I ever do it again, let me know. Hand some out. What is the name of the fictional town where you guys are getting stumped on this one? Getting stumped. You guys haven't seen Groundhog Day? And the answer is, of course, it's Punxsutawney. I think that's how you say it, Punxsutawney. And that is a Bill Murray movie. If you haven't seen this, Judge, check this movie out. It's not very long. It's like an 1.5 hour movie, and it's about a guy that keeps waking up the same day every single day. So he wakes up in the morning and he relives the same day over and over and over for hundreds of days. And throughout those days, he tries to figure out different ways to pass time. And he ends up knowing everybody in the entire town, everything they do. It's a cool movie. Sounds kind of weird when I'm describing it, but Groundhog Day is a classic. Check that out. Also one of my favorite Bill Murray movies. All right, let's see how you guys did. I'll accept that. This is a 5-point question, but Taylor B. Drifton, you got in punks. So I guess that was a long word, hard to spell. So I'll accept that. That's 5 points for you. And oh, Roy, man, you got it wrong. Cal coming in with another 5 points. Let's go, Cal. You guys are catching up. And there we go. I'll take that. Jared with coming in with 5 points now. Some Bretch family. A lot of you guys thought Bedford, huh? Bedford. Are you guys just guessing because that's a short word? Punxsutawney. Matthew knew it, and Bob knew it. Judge says, I will donate a VCR. I actually still have a VCR. I actually still do. I don't know why. All right. So the current standings are Oceanside Coffee 2, Matthew 1, Roy with 10, David with 1, VC 59 with 5, 10, 15, 20, Alex Norton with 8, Daniel Wood 3, Captain Dan 2, Taylor coming in with 10, Cal with 9, Bob with 10, and Jared with 5. Bob coming out of nowhere. All right, best guess. I think this might be the last question, guys. So remember, whoever gets first automatically gets the prize with the Submission Fish Code jig, the Fish Labs product, and a sticker. And whoever has the place of the number I got written on the back of that sticker will also receive second place prize. All right, here we go. Oh, that's it. That is it. That was all my questions. So we do. Let me see if we have a tie. No, we have a VC 59. Let's go. You are the winner. VC 59. If you're on our Discord, direct message me, Brian Likes to Fish, either on Instagram or Discord. Let me know, and I will send those out to you right now, or right this week. I'll send those out to you immediately. And you have won. Let me go full screen and show what you've won. You have won the Fish Labs spinnerbait, which this is my preferred color. I ordered a bunch of these, which is a gold blade and the green pumpkin color, and also some replacement mimic tails that go with this. I don't know if you see it, but it gives it that awesome swim. If you listen to the show where I had Davey on here, you described that. Been fishing these, worked really well. And you've also won yourself a Submission Fishing Code jig. Thanks, Muto. 20-gram Submission Fishing Code jig. And you've also won yourself a Snagging Grass and Catching Bass sticker. Yeah, congratulations, VC69. You killed it, dude. You must have some really good internet. Best guess, Sammy, what happened to you, man? What happened? Did you get any points in here? Nah, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Sometimes this guys with the internet, best guesses. Thanks, Brian. Fun game. Internet is fast today. I guess so, dude. Plus, you have your knowledge there. All right. So the number I wrote on the back of this sticker is 6. So the person that got 6th place will win the second place prize, which is, let me figure this out. It's going to take me 1 second here. So 1, 2. Okay. It looks like, oh my gosh, let me make sure. Okay, so coming in first place, we've got VC59 with, it looks like 19 points. Coming in second place, we've got a tie actually with 9 points, with Taylor be drifting. Taylor be drifting and Cal for second. So that's second and third. Bob coming in with 10 points. Fourth, Alex Norton coming in, looks like fifth with 13 points. So coming in sixth place is, I'll double check this later, but it looks like, actually we got a tie here. We got a tie between, looks like Cal and, no, not Cal. We got a tie between, a three-way tie for this, guys, between Roy, Cal, and Taylor. That's what I'm going with. Roy, Cal, and Taylor. We've got a three-way tie, so I've got a tiebreaker question for you here. All right, only you three guys, Cal, Taylor, and Roy, are going to answer this, and the closest without going over will, oops, I got the wrong thing on here. The closest without going over will win the second place prize. So Cal, Taylor, and Roy, get ready. The question is, and remember, the closest without going over. What is the IGFA spotted bay bass world record? What is the world record? What is the IGFA spotted bay bass world record? And use a decimal. So the pounds, decimal, and after that. Math is hard. It's not a math question. If you know it, you know it. What is the weight of the IGFA spotted bay bass world record? This is the IGFA. We've had this guy on the show. If you see that guy right there, that is Paul. Paul came on the old show, and I interviewed him, and he talked about catching that bass, which he caught. That's the world record, 23 inches long, and he caught it in Sail Bay next to a buoy on a spinner bait in Mission Bay, in Sail Bay of Mission Bay on a spinner bait. All right, so let's see. Roy says 6.2. Cal says 10 pounds. That's a spotty, Cal. 10.2. And Taylor B. Driftin says 3.5. And the actual answer is 4.96 pounds caught by Paul in Sail Bay, Mission Bay. Let's go, Taylor. You have won. You were the closest judge. Got it right on the money at 4.96. He knows it. Spotty Best says 4 pounds, 15 ounces. That's what it is. But with the decimal, it was, man, it's so close to a 5-pounder. So Taylor B. Driftin, send me your information, and you have won yourself a Reaper slow pitch jig. Oh, let me get myself on here. You've won yourself a Reaper slow pitch jig. Thanks for sponsoring this year. A sticker and also a Fish Lab spinnerbait with the replacement tails. Let's go, Taylor B. Driftin. All right, guys, that was trivia. What do you guys think? That's something we want to do every 6 months. Maybe make it a little, I think next time I do it, I'm going to actually have something that runs it, like Kahoots or something like that. So I don't have to sit here and keep score. That's kind of difficult. But I enjoy doing it. Something simple I can put together to do a nice, fun show just so we can get together and have some fun as a group here. But I enjoy doing it. And if anybody wants to donate prizes for trivia, I would even do like a Friday night or Sunday night evening trivia just for the guys that are fans of this show. Appreciate that, guys. All right, let's get on to this.
We've seen you out on the water. They say you fishing harder. I guess we'll find out this week on our PB Shoutout!
Let's go. If you don't know who that is Cal up front, double fisting. Man, it's been a while since we've done this. PB Shoutouts. If you want to be on PB Shoutouts, send me a picture of anything. If you caught a PB or a fish you're just proud of, or a fish from the past, or something you caught recently, send me a picture of it. Or if it's a modification you've done to your boat or kayak or something you want to show off, a method you figured out that you think people might be interested in, send me anything. I'll put on anything. All right, first up, we got this guy right here. Let's go. Just won himself a spinnerbait, a Reaper slow pitch jig, and some stickers. Let's go, Taylor. Taylor said he caught this spotty using a hookup bait while early evening fishing in my float tube. Dropped on a pretty deep pylon, got hit hard on the sink, tried to wrap me around the pylon. I was able to kick to one side and get him out, then kicked away clear and landed him with my net. And that is his 16.5. It looks like 16.5 PB. Let's go. Nice fish, dude. Healthy one. His previous big spotty was 15.5, so crushed it, man. 16. That is a killer fish. So it looks like to me, maybe Mission Bay. I'm not exactly sure, but he didn't put where. Maybe San Diego Bay. But awesome job, Team Hookup Baits. And he is on the water with a float tube. So have fun out there, be safe, and fish your final weekend in the youth division out there, Tyler. Man, you see the top dorsal fin on that 16 when they have that like poker needle coming out the top? Man, be careful with those things. They are pokey. Nice fish. Next up, we got this guy, Davey Brown. Thanks for sponsoring us this year, Akuma, and thanks for Fish Labs this year. We do appreciate you. And he says he got this. He says, definitely my PB smallest calico. He said this little dude measured up just short of 5 inches, hit the 10-gram slow pitch jig, and actually put up a pretty good fight. And we'll take it. Doesn't have to be a monster on PB Shoutouts. It can be a dink. But man, every time I see one of those, I think it's like a aquarium looking fish. You know what I mean? Like you could, if it was legal to take that thing home, put it in a tank and raise that thing and release it, and in 10 years from now it's big. I don't know. Aquarium looking fish. There you go, Dave. Where are you fishing, Dave, this weekend? My guess is he's probably going to fish Huntington because he had this huge 76-inch day. You guys, when we were talking about fishing our bays, I didn't see many people. Nobody's giving up where they're fishing this weekend. Nobody wants to give it up. I'm imagining San Diego Bay's going to be pretty busy. Why do bears have hairy coats? Fur protection. Nice, Cal. That's pretty good, Cal. But the other day, my wife told me that I need to get more in touch with my feminine side. So I went out and I crashed my car. I don't know where that came from. That music. All right, next up on PB Shoutouts, we've got this guy right here. He's in chat. He's hopefully watching with his whole family. Cash the Fisherman says, this is my PB calico I caught on Tom's boat a couple weeks ago. I got it on a Shimano rod with a 6,000 Spiro spinning reel, 50-pound braid, 40-pound leader with a 1.5 squid slow glide hookup bait. The link is in his video if you want to see him catch this. Congratulations. He says it was a 21.5 incher weighing 5 pounds. Nice, dude. That would qualify for the Star Tournament. And if you want to see Cash, because he's got a YouTube channel, Cash the Fisherman, check it out on YouTube. And if you want to see him go out with Tom and catch that fish, check out his YouTube channel, Cash the Fisherman, and check out how he catches that. I've watched a lot of your videos, Cash, and Cash gives out a lot of good information, and they're fun videos to watch. Check it out. Part 2, two-parter, eh? All right, next up. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. This guy right here, Andrew, says, hey, Brian, I set my personal best California sheephead while fishing with Eric the Judge, and hang out. We got more pictures of this at the end. Eric the Judge on Saturday, May 17th off Point Loma. Actually, just the second sheephead I've ever caught, and the first 4 were on the same day. Oh, that's cool. Sheephead, man. They're out there. But I'm guessing his will be the PB sheep. This will be his PB sheephead for a while. Yeah, that's a big one right there. Caught on a sliding dropper loop with shrimp and was a strong fighter. He bit my rod while I was briefly in the rod holder, so I got lucky and I grabbed the rod and stopped him from going in the rocks. It was 26.5 and 11 pounds. Whoa, dude. 11 pounds. Did you guys keep that thing? Need more dad jokes. That is a huge... I have never caught one that big. I think my biggest one is maybe like a 3-pounder, but man, those 11-pounders, those things fight pretty hard too, eh? That is a nice fish right there. See if you got another picture of that. There it is on the bump board, longer than the bump board. Judge out there in the classic dad shoes. I think that's Judge's foot. Classic dad, New Balance, solid white. Solid white. That is the classic dad shoe. Good for you, Judge. Cranking out the white New Balances. You need to take those things to the mall and have that guy clean them off, make them nice and bright and white for you again, though. And he says it was released. But hang tight, guys, because we have some more pictures from that day right there. It sounds like they had an epic day out on the water fishing. Where are you guys, at the pipe or something? Fishing the shrimp off the Judge's boat. All right, next up, we got a lot of PB shout outs tonight, guys. It's been a while since I've done it, so it's just stacked up. This guy right here, he says, that is Matt from HD Baits. What's up, Matthew? He says, Mission Bay at 11 foot deep, water temp was 62.5, 3/8 mint war baits, weed guard with a 3-inch Z-Man jerk shad, Lowrance hook fish finder. Man, he's got everything here. Hobie PA14, a 7-foot pin pursuit, spinning rod, and 15-pound braid. He says, I marked some grass on one of the top of the holes, 3 casts and 22 minutes into the section. 3 casts and 22 minutes in the section. I felt like I hooked onto a ray. This guy buried himself into the weeds, but gave up quickly. I was surprised to see the size when I pulled him out. Normally, bigger fish tend to fight a little less. Yeah, the 13s are the ones that really put on a fight, but those big ones pull hard. But man, the 13s are like the really aggressive one. It weighed at 2 pounds, 5 ounces. I need a different scale that means where, yeah, I'm Matthew. I know how you feel when you catch like looks like 16 3/4 maybe, and you put it on the scale and you're like, wait, that's it. That has happened to me 100 times. You think that it's a 3-pounder, and to get to that 3-pounder, man, it's got to be a beast. Like the one Chuck caught, that 18-incher. That's how you get the 3-pounders. That you're always shocked that it's only 2.5 or 2.3 pounds or whatever it is. But it's hard to hit that 3-pounder. But don't be discouraged. 2.5 or 2 pounds 5 ounces. That's not a bad fish. 2.25, 2.25. That's a good fish right there. Just entering the 2-pound club is pretty cool. Glenn says, even the 10s in South Bay feel like they're giants. If you've never fished, I don't know why you'd be watching this show, but if you've never fished for a spotted bay bass, the only way I can describe them is kind of like a smallmouth bite, but they are aggressive. They're fun to catch. You go out there with light gear and you'll get addicted. All these guys in this chat, we're all addicted to catching this small 12-inch basically fish just because of how hard it pulls. All right, next up, we got a good one right here. Look at the size of this. That is River Rat Eric. What's up, Eric? He said, this is from old pictures. Send in some of these old pictures right here, guys. But check out the size of this guy right here. He says, on June 7th, 2007, while fishing for calico bass with a friend off St. Nicholas Islands on an 18-foot Boston whaler, I had a surprising catch. A black sea bass struck my surface iron as I was about to retrieve it. Oh, my gosh. That thing is huge. The fish powerful took on the straight braid and took me straight to the bow rail, initially leading me to believe that I had hooked a harbor seal. Yeah. That guys, put it in comparison. Look at the size of the eyeball on that fish compared to like his hand. That fish is enormous. Once we brought the massive sea bass along the side of the boat, neither of us could lift it for a proper photograph. No way you're gonna lift that thing. So we estimated the weight to be at least 200 pounds. I wouldn't doubt it. That thing is huge. My setup was a CalStar Graphite 700 medium rod, a Daiwa Satigo 20 reel, a Tatty 45 jig, and I believe I was either using 65 or 80 pound braid. That's the only reason you had that. If you had 65 or 80 pound braid, it was just a matter of willpower or not getting stuck on something. The fight didn't last long. It tightened up the drag. I tightened up the drag because it was taking it out so quickly. I was worried about losing it. It was in shallow water, only 20 feet deep. So the fish didn't have much room to move. 20 feet deep? That thing's in that. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if you're fishing in the bay and you hook into that? 20 feet deep. That is shallow. This was the first time I'd ever seen braid cut through kelp while the drag was slipping. It severed all the stalks as it went through. The moment it began to tug, it was very strange. It took a few minutes to land it. I remember the fish's lip being the size of a broom handle. It felt all weird and rubbery. Dude, that is a giant. Man, that is a giant fish right there. Wow. I wish we had some video or some more pictures of it, but that's all we've got of it. But man, thanks for sending that in. That's quite a story. I don't think I've ever seen one that big. Have you guys ever seen a black sea bass that size? That is, I know they get that size, and you're not allowed to. These are catch and release. You're not even supposed to pull them in the boat or anything. You're supposed to release it on the side of the boat. They are endangered, so you're not allowed to keep those. I think there might be different rules in Mexico, but I'm not sure. But that thing is gnarly. All right, next up, we got this guy right here. What is up, David? How is your spotty bowl session? Where are you fishing this weekend? Everybody wants to know. He says, here's some pics from Biggins from Huntington Harbor. That was this weekend. Not the biggest, but the fattest. Lost a bigger one that chewed through my 10-pound leader after ripping drag and heading down on the pilot. Yeah, we've all, unfortunately, when that happens during the tournament, it's a major bummer. But man, if we could just have all the fish that we actually hooked into, I can't imagine what our bags would be. But I can't tell you how many short strikes I had this weekend and how many, not really losing them, but not hooking them. Like having them on, losing them that way, but not like my line breaking. And then also a lot of short strikes this weekend. I don't know. He says, heading down to the pile, almost took my rod out of my hand. Dude, that is a nice fish right there. Pulling in. Yeah, no kidding. That thing's only 14 and a half, but look how fat that is. Bump board. It's wall to wall on the bump board. Wow. That usually the 14s aren't that fat. Like that once they get to that 15, they're usually a little healthier. But man, that thing for a 14, dude, that thing is healthy. Oh, we got a video here.
Some nice fish today. There's my 5th right here. Oh, this one's fat. Look at this tank on the hub. Sardine color. Oh, look at this thing. Fat fish. Fatty. There it is. Spotty Bowl session number 6 or 7, I think. Closing out good. Oh, yeah.
Nice job there, David. Thanks for sending the video, by the way. And this is an old one, but a good. I don't think I ever got this on PB Shoutouts, so I want to give Tom a shout out for this one. Tom Troop, he says, I hope it's not too late for PB Shoutouts. You only caught this thing in January. Well, I saw this in my old messages, and there was a video. I know I didn't show the video, so I wanted to go back to this fish to make sure Tom got the recognition for catching this thing. He says, I hope it's not too late for PB Shoutouts. I caught this 17.75 spotted bay bass this weekend in Huntington Harbor. Are you guys, a lot of you guys fishing Huntington Harbor? Oh, my new yak. Yeah, it's cool seeing you out there on that yak. My new yak PB. The scale haven't been a little rough, but it says it was 2 pounds. Let me go to the next picture. It says it was 2 pounds, 6 ounces, 17.75. This is the lightest fish I have weighed that is this long. So as I said earlier, Tom, sometimes you think they're going to be super heavy. 2 pounds, so just under 2.5 for 17.75. Yeah, that is skinny. Skinny and long. It was truly a beautiful fish. It fought hard and cooperated just enough to land it in my little folding net. This was my first session that I caught. This was my first fish of the session, and I caught it in just a few casts. Right on. There it is on the bump board, guys. Yeah, long and skinny. Man, look at how long it is. The tail portion of it. That seems out of proportion for some. Maybe it's just because it's skinny, but man, you know, the winter fish though, it's not pre-spawn, and maybe they're not gouging themselves. The winter fish, maybe they're just trying to hunker down and survive. But Chad says that is my old yak. Well, it's his new yak. And we also have a video from Tom.
Beautiful. Almost 18 inches, man. 17 3/4. 2 pounds, 6 ounces. On the freaking hookup bait, man.
Right on, Tom. Looks like right on one of those seawalls right there under a dock. That's usually where they're at. Just never know where you're going to find one of those monsters. All right, next up. Here we go. We got the Judge. That is Judge right there. He says he took Andrew and Emmett out fishing on Saturday. This was a few Saturdays ago for the Club May Challenge. What's up, Andrew? What's up, Judge? Good to have you guys on here. Pretty nice size sheephead you got there. A new club record, we showed that earlier, was 20.5 sheephead caught on shrimp during the club's May Challenge fishing trip on Saturday. I took Emmett and Andrew out, and together we caught 63 fish representing 13 different species. Emmett caught the most at 24 fish. Wow. Including his personal best and first ever sheephead measuring 17.75. Nice job, Emmett. Caught on a pink hub. Other notable catches include Andrew's 2 lean cods, one pictured, a 17.25, a calico, a rock wrasse, a cabezon. They also were used 6 pounds. We also used 6 pounds worth of shrimp and ran out by 2 o'clock. Dang. Fishing must have been crazy. I know when you guys are out there fishing on that pipe or on the rocks, it's like the second that shrimp hits the bottom, you either have a fish or they've snagged the shrimp right off the hook. So it's like the second it hits the bottom, you wait 30 seconds, turn it, and if they didn't steal your bait, then you've got a fish. Sometimes it can be crazy out there. Indicating constant bites throughout the day. One of the fishing rods experienced a damaged top eyelid, requiring the use of the next eye down, resulting in the angler, is that you, Judge, turning the rod upside down and reeling backwards. You don't have more than one rod. There we go. That looks like a nice fish right there. Man, just endless fish. You take some home and make some tacos out of them. Nice calico right there. Looks like you got it on a slow pitch jig. Looks like you guys had a good day. Judge, you're a nice guy. Judge is always taking out people. Look at that fish. Judge is holding a 2-pound fish, by the way. His hand is. Have you ever seen Andre the Giant's hand? It's nothing. Judge, you've got that fancy trolling motor remote. I just got that. That is a nice one right there. I'll have to teach you a lot of the features. I've been doing a lot of research on that remote around Judge's necks, and it's amazing what these new trolling motors can do. And we also have a video. What is that? Opal eye? What is that? I'm not exactly sure. We've got a video from the Judge here. Let's add this. Go, Emmett. Nice fish there, dude. Congratulations on that. And that is it, guys, for PB shoutouts. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for submitting all those pictures. I thank you guys for hanging out for an hour and 15 minutes doing trivia night. I had a fun night with you guys. Doing it solo is a little tougher than I normally do. Don't have a guest on the show tonight, but next week we are going to have results for San Diego. We're going to have results for LA. We're going to have playoff seedings, side pots. I don't know if I'm going to break it up into 2 shows. The guests I choose for that, man, just be ready. It's going to be a 2.5-hour plus show. I didn't think I took 1 drink during the show, but it's going to be a fun show next week. Guys, whatever bay you pick, make sure you declare it. You get to choose your own bay. Tell the judge what bay you're fishing and tell him what time slot. You guys all know what to do at this point. You guys that may not be making the playoffs, don't forget, go out there. This is the last week to win some of those side pots. It's going to be a fun weekend. I'm fishing 3 rounds, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's going to be brutal. And you guys that are doing both LA and San Diego, it's going to be brutal for you. But I'm going to be out there this weekend. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, snagging grass, catching bass. You guys that won the prizes, don't forget to message me your addresses and I'll send those out. Guys, that's ridiculous. I'll see you guys out on the water. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there, guys. Thanks, guys. See you out there on the water.